more complicated than I gave her credit for. Seems like she has her own inner demons, just like the rest of us. I've replayed the event in my head 100 times since returning home. Without confronting Tomoe about it, I don't think I'll ever figure out what incited her aggression. But I don't plan on talking to her about it anytime soon. I wouldn't say I'm scared of her, but I don't exactly want to encourage a repeat performance. I rest the bag of frozen vegetables on the small coffee table next to me. I think I've done all I can to reduce the painful swelling for now. Sighing and leaning back, I let the soft padding of the couch consume my body as I sink deeper. My eyes glaze over as I bring my phone to my face. My fingers lazily tap and scroll as I look through a carefully curated obituary newsfeed, a list of deaths that have been reported throughout the day. Using a set of handy filters, I narrow the feed down to include only women's deaths, age range of 30 to 50. I set the location to cover all of Japan. I immediately exclude any result that mentioned natural causes of death. I'm looking for specific cases, suicides, or as in more often reported, accidents. Of course, I'm looking to find out whether my latest victim has offed herself yet. Should this search string return no results, then it's pretty easy to look up recent murders. They're few and far between. Between suicides, accidents, and murders, I've covered all the potential ways my victim could die. 9 out of 10 search results include a photograph of the deceased. Not a photo of their corpse, mind you. This isn't the database of the deceased I'm looking through. Rather, it's usually a nice, flattering picture of their recently departed, submitted by their kin to go along with their obituary. I use the photos submitted with obituaries to compare and match with the images of my victim. This is the only reliable way I have to discover whether or not my victims have perished. If I knew my victim's name, I could easily look up their current fate, but my website doesn't ask for that information. Call it respect for the victim's privacy. There's a lot more to it than that, but that's a topic to dwell on another day. Tonight's search results turns up no solid leads. I'm disappointed, but this result isn't entirely unexpected. After all, I set the date on my latest victim's photograph to tomorrow. There's still time for her to freak out and end it all. I decided to go to sleep early tonight. I'm not even feeling hungry enough to eat the cheap convenience store meal that has been sitting in my fridge since yesterday. If I go to sleep now, it'll feel like tomorrow arrives sooner. Tomorrow. I'll have to see Tomoe at work, and there's no way I can avoid her since her desk is so close to mine. The idea doesn't sit well with me. On the other hand, my victim might conquer herself, which would definitely make me feel better. It could very well be my next success, and the suspense is just about enough to kill me. Tomorrow. Wednesday morning. Let's see what Tomoe is doing. My typing is hesitant and distracted this morning. My fingers falter, misstep, and tap backspace repetitively. This is no good. I can't focus on work while I'm staring at the top of Tomoe's head popping up from behind a monitor a few desks away. Even my work playlist isn't inspiring me to pulverize the keyboard today. Normally, a blast of pure volume and a shot of caffeine is enough to carry me to the greatest heights of productivity. I press a finger to my pursed lips, trying hard to regain my focus. Absentmindedly notice that I missed the edge of my top lip when applying lipstick this morning. Damn, I really am out of sorts today. At least I managed to apply some extra blush to cover up the faint bruising on my face. Might have overdone it a little, but it's better than looking like I just stepped out of the boxing ring.
Good morning, Noriko! Boy, have I got some neat news for you!
I'm so absorbed in my own thoughts that I barely register Shinya standing in front of my desk.
Noriko? Excuse me? Noriko? Are you in there?
Huh?
My eyes fixate on Shinya's goofy smile. I quickly remove my headphones.
Fujikawa, Shinya. Sorry. Hi.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Tired is all.
Oh, I hear you. I was up late last night. Boy, I must have been up past 10. Just could not put down this new crime thriller I've been reading.
This guy's all into true crime. You know he looks up all those true crime specials on Netflix.
Oh, yeah, right. I was up late reading.
Your horror novels, right? Don't they leave you feeling a little scared before you go to sleep?
No, not really. It's all fiction, so it's pretty easy to distinguish from reality.
Is that so? Wow, that's not like my book at all. The crimes in this story are all based on real cases. My jaw hits the floor every time I turn the page.
I also like mystery novels, so.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me tell you this. Your friend Sato can take a data entry opening starting from Monday.
Ooh.
She doesn't even need to interview. That's how much the boss trusts me.
I'm genuinely impressed with Shinya's ability to score Aoi a job. Say what you want about the guy, but the bigwigs obviously have faith in him.
Wow, Shinya. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Sato is going to be worked to the bone. I hope she's prepared for it.
Trust me, anything will be better than her current job. Really, thank you, Shinya. You came through for us here.
Well, I'm just...
Oh, you know.
Hey,
Oh, he's gonna ask her on a date!
Can I ask you something?
And then she's gonna reject him and he's gonna, like, screw over Aoi. Oh, no. Okay.
Sure. Shoot.
Shoot! Oh, right. An expression.
Sorry, I have to breathe. Oh god, I hope I'm not getting sick.
Sorry, I just remembered this case in the novel I'm reading, where a police officer shoots at a perp. Oh,
Hey, you, wanted to ask me something?
right. Are you friends
Oh,
with
okay.
Watanabe?
I blink a couple times.
Tomoe?
You're on a first-name basis with her. Then you must be great friends.
Wait, what if he's into her?
I mean, I wouldn't say...
Listen, would you mind putting in a...
Shinya! Wait, he wasn't into Noriko this entire time!
I'm kind of interested in
My
taking her
guy!
out sometime. But I could never ask her myself.
He's just being nice! He's doing all... What a cool guy! I'm stunned, gobsmacked, speechless. Shinya likes Tomoe? I thought he liked me! Is my tuition wrong? I wonder if the clues have been in front of me this whole time. What else haven't I been
Noriko?
seeing?
What do you say?
Shinya, look. Honestly, I'm not really friends with Tomoe. I don't think I can help you.
Oh, I see. That's a shame. I thought maybe you were close.
That's the best thing. I mean, hey, if he's into that.
Darn. I guess there's not much to be done, is there?
Oh, okay, that was yikes. Is he seriously trying to guilt me? I have to hand it to him. I didn't think he had it in him.
Well, I suppose you can just tell Sato
Oh,
to start work on Monday morning. Guess I'll see you around the
oh,
office
he's
then.
dejected. He was fine until the guilt trip. Shinya leaves and I bury my face in my hands. Has this world gone mad all of a sudden? Shinya likes Tomoe, not me. It's not that I'm disappointed. Hell, I don't have feelings for the guy. But for him to be interested in someone vapid like her just blows my mind. That insult's a literal injury. Tomoe assaulted me yesterday. There's a vicious, violent side to her that Shinya doesn't know about. Could be in real danger if he pursues her. Completely unable to process what I should do. Shinya scored Aoi a job, and I'm truly thankful. Do I feel like I owe him one? Don't get mad, get Chad. Should I ask Tomoe out for him, or warn him about her? I need to clear my head. I decide to step away from my desk and visit the restroom. Now, I have no need to use the restroom. I enter a stall and lock the door behind me. Sitting on the toilet's closed lid, I lean back in exile. I'm getting too caught up in office drama. That's what the issue is. It's unlike me. So I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching. My ideology, my entire identity. My emotions are better locked away than stitched on my sleeve. I'm Corpse Girl, for crying out loud. My purpose is bigger than all of this. I'm destined for greatness. The day will come when people fear my name. Right? Shake the doubt from my mind and pat my cheeks. I'm doing all this for the right reasons. I know I am. If I start doubting myself now, I'll never see my mission through. An unfamiliar jingle rings out through the restroom, echoing off the walls. It sounds like a phone alert, but where did it come from? It takes me a few seconds to realize. I have my own phone in my hands and it's vibrating incessantly. I must have grabbed it subconsciously from my desk when I stood up. Oh! One new article matches your custom filter. Dead body, lol. Wait, what? The auto newsfeed I set up last night, it actually located something? I hurriedly unlocked my screen and opened a certain app. The same app I was trawling through last night looking for obituaries. A little unread mail icon sits at the top of the screen, blinking and practically shouting for my attention. I hit the icon and read the information presented to me. Article posted online, today 11:22 a.m. Keywords found. Miss, accident, numerical data range 30 to 50. Image data found, yes. Wednesday, May 27th. Miss Miss Akane Tsurumaki, 36, of Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning at her personal residence, 8:38 a.m. The chief coroner reports that Miss Tsurumaki was involved in an accident resulting in self-asphyxiation. Miss Tsurumaki is survived by her husband, Mr. Goro Tsurumaki, 42, and their daughters, Miss Fu Tsurumaki, 1. Oh my god, she was only 1? A funeral service will be held on Monday, May 29th. View image attachment. Oh no! Plain features, little makeup, no signs of personality. Akane Tsurumaki, the latest victim to receive a photo of her own corpse. My breathing stops all of a sudden. I'm gasping for air, my cheeks on fire, my fingers numb. I did it. My meticulously crafted photo caused this woman to end her own life. An accident resulting in self-asphyxiation, meaning she died by suicide, strangled herself, or held her head down in the bath. The news never reports anything as suicide. It's such a taboo topic in this culture. Everything is always an accident. This time, I've been trying to compel somebody to kill themselves. My corpse photo is constantly becoming more and more elaborate. More and more convincing and realistic. Now somebody has died again because of me. Because of Corpse Girl. I was right all along. I do possess power. I have the power to end lives through my work, my art. I've known it all this time. I've finally proven it. Ruri Hatano's death planted the seeds of belief in my mind. The belief that Corpse Girl is more than a mortal being. And now, Akane Tsurumaki's demise has caused those seeds to bloom and blossom in a pure certainty. Corpse Girl truly can end lives. It's a wonderful revelation, and it relieves my turbulent mind. However, I can't get my fingers to scroll back up to reread the obituary. My hands aren't functioning, my legs dangle lifelessly from the toilet seat, and my coffee from this morning is working its way back up my throat. I feel the sting of tears in my eyes. Sweat trickles on my forehead, dripping down my uncharacteristically thick makeup. All of a sudden, I can't breathe. My lungs refuse to take in any more oxygen. Panic and fall forward, miraculously slamming my hands into the stall door to prevent my head from colliding with the floor. My nails scrape against the door's enamel paint, peeling chunks of green from the surface as I slide down and down until my head rests uncomfortably on the damp tiles. My eyes roll back and my tongue lolls out to the side of my mouth, dangerously close to the tiled floor, but completely out of my sight and mind. I taste foundation and blush, a little bit of sweat, then nothing at all as the air still envelops my taste buds. My photo killed that woman. That woman killed herself because of my photo. My photo killed that woman. The woman killed herself because of my photo. My woman killed the photo of herself because of that photo of the woman who killed herself in that photo. What's up, Saugen? I know, that's crazy, right? Hope you're doing well today. My eyes begin to regain their focus and my stomach turns, heaves and shakes, and warm coffee spills from my lips as I try to smile but only manage to gurgle. The gritty paint underneath my fingernails has a rough texture that I don't like very much. I feel queasy and ecstatic at the same time. It's a horribly wonderful feeling that I could do without. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? This is her, writhing on the bathroom floor, her lungs working once more and her breath ragged and gasping, sucking in air like a mosquito sucks in blood. This is Noriko. Noriko with her grandiose fantasies of death and killing people without having to kill them at all. Without having to leave her apartment because the outside world is scary, and there are people out there probably trying to kill her. This is Noriko, me. The real me, acting tough and fearless when I'm crying on the inside. Always sad, always miserable, always lying on the bathroom floor with my fists clenched and my phone resting in a puddle. And my life slowly spiraling out of control. This is me. I did this. I killed that woman. She had a husband and a daughter, and some random person requested that I killed her, so I did. She probably didn't do anything wrong. She looked boring. She must have just rubbed somebody the wrong way. Maybe she didn't even know what she did. Just like how I rubbed Tomoe the wrong way and how I didn't know what I did. But Tomoe slapped me twice, hard, and it hurt. And it must have hurt that woman too when she strangled herself and killed herself. I killed her. I directly killed her with my indirect actions. She's dead now, and I'm alive. I'm still here, lying on the bathroom floor on the 14th story of Shinjuku's Temujin office building, and I have paint underneath my fingernails, and Aoi is going to start work here on Monday. But I did it. I killed her. Finally, after countless months of pretense, of false starts, of failures and disappointments, I killed somebody again. Corpse Girl strikes for the second time. And above all else, above this grime and muck on the floor and the tingling feeling underneath my fingernails, above all of that, this feels good. This feels so good. Blood has returned to my legs, the pins and needles have faded, and my toes quiver beneath my stockings and shoes. An electrical charge pulses down my thighs and dissipates through my feet. I manage to plant 2 hands firmly on the tiles and push myself up onto my wobbly knees. I suck in air and breathe all of it out almost at once. I feel dizzy and a bizarre warmth is welling up inside my stomach and chest. Holy shit, she's nuts, I love it. Okay, I managed to steady myself enough to sit back on the top of the toilet seat, with my feet planted firmly on the ground, and my hands resting on my lap. I try to regain my sense of self. No, she killed some random lady. That's it. The power of her photo killed a random lady. And that's the premise. She runs a site called Corpse. What is it? Just Corpse Girl, right? And she edits photos to make them, you know, basically make people that are alive they look dead. And she's crazy, dude. Okay, I love it. Sorry, okay. Whew. I might have lost my composure a little bit upon reading the news, but who could blame me? Everything I've worked for over the last year is finally starting to pay off. My second victim is dead. With this, Corpse Girl's popularity is sure to rise. More and more people will issue requests through my website. More and more people will receive corpse photos. And more people will... She killed herself. She killed herself. Oh, how I wish I could see the real body. If only I could see her mangled corpse drenched in sweat and finally at peace. I notice my phone is wedged between my wet fingers. I must have subconsciously scooped it up from the pool of muck on the floor. I try to ignore the sticky texture clinging to the screen. My fingers no longer numb. I scroll up and reread the obituary article. Miss Akane Tsurumaki, 36, of Chiba Prefecture, was pronounced dead this morning. Dead. Pronounced dead. My breathing staggers once again. My jaw gently lowers. Involved in an accident. Hot steam clouds my face, resulting in self-asphyxiation. I salivate unconsciously, a trickle of moisture creeping down my chin and dropping on my lap. My cheeks are flushed, my vision slightly blurred. She killed herself. Because of me. She killed herself. I let out a gasp as my hips rise against my will, my toes curl, my legs stiffen, my skin tingles. I lean back against the cistern, the cold porcelain penetrating the thin fabric of my clothes and chilling my burning hot skin. My eyelids flutter and as my mind hazes over. I can't control my body any longer. All the anticipation of the last few days, the tension building in my muscles. I can't. My legs tense up, my knees buckle, my neck tilts back. A whispered gasp slips softly between my lips. My phone falls to the ground once more as my fingers slowly uncurl. The dull tink sound as it hits the floor is the last thing my foggy mind registers before I drift away. Holy shit! That was amazing!
You look like horse shit.
Wow! I hope we're playing a wholesome game after this. That was amazing. And then Tomoe comes in. Oh, that might have been one of my favorite sequences in a game I've seen in quite some time. Her absolute descent, the insanity, it was beautiful, it was amazing. I could barely contain my excitement while I was reading. It was great. Oh my goodness. You look like horseshit. Tomoe's brazen drawl snaps me out of my dead-eyed stare.
Looks like you've been sleeping in the sewer. It suits you.
It suits ya. I don't know what she's talking about. I can't really focus on what she's saying. I realize I've been staring at my computer screen for about 20 minutes, rarely blinking. My mouth is dry, as though I stopped producing saliva altogether. I'm glad that that's for you, RX. Thank you, Rikulen. Rikulen. I was so excited. I was trying to keep from being like super giddy while I was reading it, just because it was I was enjoying myself so much. I was trying so hard not to like be, you know what I mean? Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you. Officially welcome to the stream. Dull throb in my lap causes me to cross one leg over the other in an attempt to get comfortable.
You know, I'm talking here. It's rude to ignore your superior.
I swallowed in an attempt to moisten my parched throat before speaking in a cracked voice.
Do you need something?
Thought you should know that Shinya and I are gonna hit the town on Friday night. Turns out he's fancied me for a while now. In the end, seems like the better gal won, don't you think?
Seems that way. Is that all?
I can tell Tomoe has tried to get under my skin, but I'm honestly not in the mood to deal with it right now.
I thought you'd be more torn up about it.
I don't care in the slightest. Why don't you go sit back at your desk?
Whatever. Hey, maybe I'll meet you after work again.
Why? So you can attack me again?
I realized my voice was louder than intended. A few people nearby tilt their head quizzically. Tomoe takes a cautious
Keep
step
your
back.
voice down, psycho. Stuff like that's between me and you.
You assaulted me. I should report you to the police.
That's true, she did assault her.
Don't you dare.
Lost for words, Tomoe turns tail and walks away. I sigh and lean back in my office chair. Why do I feel so exhausted? My mind flickers, piecing together fragments of memory from the bathroom a short while ago. That's right. I let myself get carried away in the exhilaration of my success. I temporarily stepped away from my own body and let my basest instincts take over. But I'm in control now. I'm myself again. I'm Noriko, stoic and unflinching. I'm Corpse Girl, successful and feared. That was one of, I'm telling you guys, that was one of the best sequences that I've ever read. Whew, I'm exhausted. I can kill people as easily as I can manipulate a photo. People like Tomoe should be scared of me. People like Tomoe shouldn't mess with me. I'm in control now. Oh, it was beautiful, RX. Dude, my toes were curling. Any toe curlers? There we go. Climbing the steps to my apartment is always such a chore. I wish I moved into a building with an elevator, but I simply couldn't afford to when I first moved out on my own last year. These old apartment buildings creak and groan when you ascend the stairs. On top of that, you can hear the bustling of other people within their tiny homes as you progress up each floor. There's always a slight whiff of mold or mildew whenever I ascend the stairs. I want to chalk it up to the fact the building is so old, but it's possible that some of the residents here don't keep their apartments very clean. At the very least, this neighborhood is decent. I feel safe in my home, even if it's small and cramped. My neighbors are respectful, from what I can tell. Not that I really know them at all. In fact, the only neighbors I have regular contact with are the very same ones I leech Wi-Fi from. Some middle-aged divorced guy named Kenji. He lives on the floor below me, and his daughter Momo. Kenji's a decent enough guy. He works overnight, which unfortunately means Momo is left home alone a lot in the evenings. Momo's a sweet girl, perhaps 6 or 7 years old. Occasionally I hear her singing drift up into my apartment, but it doesn't bother me too much. She's just a kid. It's the very same Kenji and Momo that I bump into when I'm climbing the stairs this evening.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, it's me, Kenji. Aww. She looks kind of like the chick that she killed.
Hello.
Hello.
We're just on our way to get some dinner. Isn't that right, Momo?
Yes.
Aw.
That sounds nice. I hope you have a good meal.
Thank you. Say, are you feeling okay? You look like you've been in some trouble.
Kenji's a good guy! Oh no!
There's dirt or something all over that side of your face.
I tilt my head and reach my hand to my cheek. Sure enough, dry muck has blended into my makeup and caked over my face. It seems like my eyeliner is smeared as well. Is this from when I fell in the bathroom? Damn it, have I looked like this all day?
Oh, right.
I try to make up some lie so Kenji doesn't worry about me.
I actually fell asleep on the train home and...
Right, we can't kill
It's
Momo.
kinda dirty.
Time to die-gasm?
Is that so?
You
should wash your face and do your makeup again.
Oh,
Help if you like.
I can't help but smile slightly at Momo's generous offer.
Thank you, Momo. I'll be sure to wash up and make myself look nice again. You should go have dinner with your dad.
The girl nods resolutely.
Well, I hope you're okay at any rate. Have you been working hard at the bank?
Oh, actually, I just work at the head office for the bank, so...
Oh, that's right. Sorry. Data something, right?
Yeah, data entry. It's a bit dull, but I'm happy enough.
That's good. That's very good. I know it's hard for kids like you to get good work in this economy.
Odd.
When you find a job like that, you really have to hold on to it. When I was your age, I could only find cleaning work. I must have had a dozen different janitorial jobs.
Oh no,
before
Kenji's
I
sad.
met Momo's mom.
I blink a couple times. It's not like I talk to this guy often. Really, we hardly know each other. Oh, she was in the moment, Saugen. She was in the moment. So I've never heard him actually mention Momo's mother before. Most of the things I know about him I've just pieced together from context.
Mom?
Oh,
Of course, things are different now. I have Momo, and her mother isn't around anymore. Cleaning work doesn't cut it these days. I was really lucky to get into security. It means I can work overnight while Momo sleeps, and I can still take her to school every day.
he's Australian, the actor. You can hear it. Security. Of course, now I remember. He did mention when we first met what he does for a living. Memory serves, he works for a private security company. I assume he guards corporate offices or parking lots, something like
Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Hold on to a job if you like it. That's
that. Yeah, good for you,
very
Kenji.
important.
Honestly, he has his daughter, right? And he gets to spend time with her, you know, and he still gets to, you know, he has his job and everything. Good on you, Kenji, okay.
Thank you. I'm happy at Temujin, so I plan to stay there.
Very good. Oh, Momo was telling me earlier what she wants to do when she grows up.
She wants to be an
Momo?
idol.
Dad?
Come on now. Tell Noriko what
Yeah?
you want to be.
A scientist.
A scientist, okay. I thought because she was singing all the time. Maybe I just read into that.
Wow, a scientist. That's a
That's
great
sick.
job.
All right, Momo.
I'll be
All right, we're
rooting for
cheering
you,
Momo
Momo.
on. Everybody in this stream is now a Momo supporter. Momo is gonna be the best scientist there ever was. The girl blushes and hides behind her dad.
She's inherited her mother's book smarts, I'm certain. She definitely didn't get her brain from me.
Oh no, you're doing fine, Kenji.
Anyway, we're gonna get going. Enjoy your evening, Noriko.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye, Momo.
Bye-bye.
No. We are all now supporting Momo in her dream to become a scientist. Damn it, RX. The two of them bow their heads and follow the rest of the stairs down. I continue up the next flight of stairs, reach the landing, then turn the corner to enter my own apartment. The place is dark because I always make sure to cut the lights before I leave. I can't afford to leave any electricity running. My rent chews through most of my salary as it is. I flick on the lights and feel relief as the living room illuminates. My faithful couch and TV emerge from the shadows and I immediately feel at home. After throwing my keys and bag onto the coffee table, I slump down on the couch. What a day. I have an overwhelming urge to pull out my laptop and check my website for new requests, but my body's needs come first. I'm desperate for a hot shower. I'll need to cleanse my face, scrape the paint out from underneath my nails, and I definitely have to slip into a fresh set of underwear. Whatever happened in that bathroom today took its toll on my body and my clothes. Well, the night is young. I can relax later. For now, it's time to start scrubbing. There you go, Pep. Thursday morning. The convenience store is a little more crowded than usual. Mundane chatter of business people, students, and workers buzzes in the air like a swarm of relentless flies. Right, whatever happens. Holy shit. Ooh. Wait, that's not normal? Nah, it's fine, it's fine. Not the drone of mingled conversations. I happen to catch a few interesting words here and there.
Have you seen that one website?
What do you mean by request a death?
What do you mean by request my death? My lips curl into a half smile, half snarl.
Since he always cheats, I thought I might upload his photo.
Bro, if he always cheats, just divorce him. and, you know, get that money.
And you think Corpse Girl really exists?
To hear so many people talking about Corpse Girl's website is enough to make my nerves tingle. However, I know they're not talking about it because of Akane Tsurumaki's death. As far as I can tell, her death wasn't reported to the news as a suspicious case. The only source of information I could locate was her obituary. And that didn't mention anything about foul play, so there's no way anyone could know that Corpse Girl was involved. People are talking about the website the same way they always have. Like it's just an interesting topic of conversation, an icebreaker, one of those things you tell your friends to entertain them. And therein is my issue with the website as a topic of conversation. It's just an urban legend. A point of discussion that inevitably fizzles out and is forgotten. People talk about it, people visit the website out of curiosity. Very few people take action and request a death. That's the part that annoys me. If the people don't actively participate, how can I prove myself to the world? How can Corpse Girl claim her victims if there are no victims to be claimed? As long as the website is simply a talking point, a myth, an icebreaker, then Corpse Girl's ambitions will remain unfulfilled. To be fair, I haven't yet provided a compelling reason for people to take the website seriously. The death toll is humiliatingly low. I need to ramp it up and step up my game for Corpse Girl's sake. Until I manage to do that, people will continue to simply discuss the website in hushed tones like it's some taboo fantasy that shouldn't be spoken of. But with some more time and some more victims, soon, everyone will know to fear Corpse Girl. Thanks to the constant drone in the convenience store, I barely register the quiet melody of a ringtone. Eventually, my ears are keen enough to pick it out, and I answered my phone.
Hey.
Good morning, Noriko. Is this a bad time?
Not at all. I'm at the convenience store.
Oh, good. I wanted to catch you before work.
Oh god, we're also protecting
No
Aoi.
worries. I actually meant to call you yesterday, but the day got away from me.
That's okay. I wanted to ask if you spoke to Shinya yet?
I sure did. Guess what?
What?
You start work on Monday. You'll be doing data entry with me. We might even get to sit near each other.
We did it!
Oh my gosh. Really? Are you telling the truth?
Okay. We're supporting Momo and we're supporting Aoi, okay? We have to protect them.
Of course. When have I ever lied to you?
Oh, Noriko. I'm so excited. Thank you. Thank you so much.
She's crying! She's so happy! Oh no!
Does this mean I can quit the maid cafe now?
Yep. Quit today if you can.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Oh, she was really struggling. Oh.
Aoi, are you crying?
I'm so happy.
Making Aoi so overwhelmingly happy feels really good. I care so much for this girl. Her happiness is vital
I
to
owe
me.
you so much. And Shinya too. I know. I'll buy him a gift to give him on my first day. Do you think he'll like that?
Yeah, I'm sure he will. That's a great idea, Aoi.
What does he like?
I managed to spill the answer to that without having to think
Crime
twice.
novels.
Oh, really? Oh, his dad is a detective. Okay, I can get something like that. Right now, I'm going to march into the cafe and quit.
She's so adorable! Okay, sorry.
You tell him. Good luck, kid.
Okay, bye, Noriko.
The call ends and I smile. Aoi sounded so happy. I'm really glad that I could help her out. She deserves to be happy. I barely have time to select a can of coffee from the line of refrigerated shelves before my phone rings again.
Huh? Aoi?
Sorry to call again, Noriko. I just, something was bugging me. So,
What's up?
did I, this is going to sound stupid. Did I thank you for getting
Oh!
Oh, yeah, you did. A few times, I think.
the job? Okay, phew. I just
She's
wanted to check.
adorable! She's so
Bother.
sweet!
And I didn't want to come
Yeah,
off
right,
as
she's gonna
ungrateful.
die.
So, you know what? Just to make sure. Thank you, Noriko. Okay, I'm going now, really. Bye-bye.
Bye, Aoi.
The call ends and my brow furrows. That was strange, but maybe not so strange for Aoi. Guess she really wanted to be polite. I shrug it off and return to selecting my coffee for the day. The office atmosphere is unusually somber when I exit the elevator. There are fewer people around than normal. Some executives I rarely see on this level are hovering around in one of the glass-screened cubicles to one side of the floor. I spy Shinya standing at his desk, talking quietly on the phone. He's nodding and bowing a lot, despite the fact that whoever is on the other line of the call can't see him. I want to ask somebody what's going on, but nobody seems to notice me arriving. I shuffle my way to my desk and sit down. I know, right? Death flags everywhere. Oh no. After going through it thoroughly, Shinya arrives in front of my desk, seemingly out of breath.
Noriko, has anyone filled you in yet?
No, what's going on? Why is half the office empty?
Well, you see, somebody within the company died yesterday.
Oh, somebody we know?
It's gonna be, what's her name?
Nobody you would have interacted with. She was an exec, up on the 21st floor. Apparently, she never showed up yesterday, but her coworkers just assumed she was taking a personal day. People started getting the news in the afternoon. She was involved in some sort of accident, and now she's...
Dead?
Shinya glares at me, his narrow pupils seemingly accusing me of
Yes.
being tactless.
dead.
So, I mean, I get it's a tragedy and all, but how does this explain where everyone is today?
You should have received an email sent out by HR this morning. Basically, everyone is being offered professional grief counseling.
Seriously?
I think some people are taking up the offer, but I suspect some other employees are
Makes
using
sense.
the opportunity to skip out on work.
Hmm.
Regardless, what happened
It
to
is!
Tsurumaki was a tragedy. So unexpected.
I blink a few times, getting ready to turn back to my computer. Miss Tsurumaki?
Wait, what was her name?
What was her name?
Huh? Ms. Tsurumaki. It should be in the email. She had a young daughter and everything.
Oh no!
Sad.
Akane Tsurumaki. Though I never met her before, her face appears in my mind with startling clarity. Self-asphyxiation, an accident. She worked here? I can scarcely believe it. It's true that this is a massive company with thousands of employees Japan-wide, but still. For her to work in the very same building as me, it's too coincidental. It doesn't feel right. Would I have gone through with killing her if I knew she worked in my building? The scenario creates more questions than answers. The person that requested her death, do they also work here? It would have to be somebody who knows her well enough to want her dead. Odds are high that they work here as well.
You okay?
I realized that I had been spacing out and I turned back to Shinya.
Yeah, sorry, just thinking is all.
Well, grief affects us all in different ways, I think.
Oh
The
shit!
details for the counseling sessions are in the email. Be sure to take up the company's offer if you think it'll help. As for me, I think I'll be okay. Some quiet reflection on the matter should help clear my head.
Sure, okay.
Plus, I have a date with Tomoe to look forward to. It's important to look
Shinya
ahead
seems like such a good guy, but I hope he doesn't turn out to be like, you know, /R nice guys.
Ugh, yeah, that's what they say.
Very well then. Do your best today, okay?
Right.
Shinya takes his leave and I let my shoulders slump. I killed someone from my office building, but I didn't know that at the time. Could my involvement be traced? No. I was careful to cover my tracks. I deleted the photo from my computer, discarded the burner phone's SIM card, and trashed the phone itself. There's no way anyone will find out I was involved. Besides, I don't even know if authorities are treating the case as a murder. As far as general information goes, it would seem like it's truly being treated as an accident. I'm in the clear. I know I am. However, I sure would like to uncover the identity of the person who requested Tsurumaki's death. The thought that it could be someone I work with makes me way too curious. It's gotta be the husband or something. Oh. Despite work being eventful this morning, the rest of the day passed quietly. Even Tomoe kept her distance from me. I wonder if I scared her off when I casually mentioned reporting her to the police. Oh, is this just her room? I guess we have never seen it before. Right, we're gonna solve the murder that we committed. It's a perfect crime. Holy shit. Not that I actually would report her. That would lead to the police getting mixed up in my life. I can't really have that, considering my moonlighting occupation. Especially now that I have a connection to Tsurumaki. I brush my hair in front of the mirror in my bedroom. I remove my makeup and reveal the ever so faint bruise on my cheek, the fading token of my fight with Tomoe. Since tonight is rather cold, I decide to snuggle up under the covers in bed with my laptop. I crawl into bed and pull the plush blankets up over myself. Warmth and softness is immediately comforting, and I have to fight the urge not to fall asleep here and now. To keep myself awake, I check the requests on my website. I'm pleasantly surprised to find that there are 2 new requests. 2 in one day. My heart begins to race and I quickly open the messages. The first message reads, Request details. Today, 11:14 a.m. local time. Victim's phone. Image attachment not found. Oh, image attachment. What? I thought I configured the website to reject requests unless an image is attached. This is really irritating. I got my hopes up for nothing. It takes me a second to remember that there's another request waiting. My optimism renewed. I hurriedly clicked into the another unread message. 506. Downloading image. Is in his male, degenerate male, early 20s. He's fit and athletic looking. His clothing is casual, so it's impossible to infer what kind of work he does. The photo of him is pretty simple. I don't know if he uses it for his noise profile or if it's an ID photo of some sort. Either way, he looks like a happy person. I'm not so naive to pretend I can't guess at the reasons this guy is wanted dead. Perhaps an ex has submitted his details after a bad breakup, or a jealous sibling wants him out of the picture. People's motivations are purely selfish. Requesting the death of somebody is guaranteed to be motivated by self-interest. So why did somebody want Tsurumaki dead? She was so plain looking, so uninteresting. She didn't look like she was capable of even thinking about wronging somebody. Did somebody want revenge on her? Or did someone simply find her so dull that the thought of removing her from the planet seemed appealing? I interrupt my own thoughts and return to the task at hand. Dwelling on a past victim won't do me any good. If I want to continue my streak of success, this new guy is attractive. It's almost a shame to have to chop him up. Well, we all get what's coming to us. No sense in trying to avoid scarring a pretty face. Beauty is superficial anyway. I know that as well as anyone. No one deserves to be spared just because they're good looking. Beautiful people should suffer as much as anyone else. Beautiful people do suffer as much as anyone else. Take Aoi, for example. She's gorgeous, absolutely stunning, and definitely my type. She suffers endlessly at the hands of cruel stalkers and patrons. Noriko x Aoi? I can get behind that. Everyone suffers, beautiful or not. We all cop the crap we're dealt. So why fuss over a beautiful corpse? This guy, or Aoi, or even Tomoe on a good day. Beautiful people die the same way as the average person. The guy on my computer screen probably doesn't really deserve to die. I'm sure there's some petty reason his death has been requested. Take all requests seriously. I won't turn a single one down. Corpse Girl's convictions will pave the way to her fame. With a smirk and a lick of my lips, I get to work. Got a nice, clear photo here, so I can go all out on the request. I hit up the DD, the database of the deceased, and spend some time selecting a suitable base image. I hesitate between choosing an image of a corpse with a knife in its throat, or a body soaking in a bloody bathtub with its wrist slit. Either image would do just fine, but I really want something special for this latest victim. After all, I have to top my last success, right? Another 5 or 10 minutes passed until I gasp at coming across the perfect photo. Thanks to my clever use of tags and filters on the DD, this image matches my victim's description perfectly. 20 to 30 years old, athletic build, male. The corpse's legs are severed below the knees. Bloody stumps leak their vital fluids from on high. The body is hanging from a set of power lines on some suburban street. It's perfect. Beautiful, even. It'll help me create a beautiful death for a beautiful person. I kind of have to question the story behind this photo. I wonder if the police ever investigated and discovered what happened to this sucker. Well, regardless, this will serve my purpose. I download the highest resolution copy available and save it to my hard drive. My fingers trace along the computer's trackpad, with practice movements, clicking, tapping, dragging at random intervals. Night carries on. Wait, she uses a trackpad to edit? Bullshit. There is no way. Trackpads for editing are poo-poo. Even with everything going on in this game, that's the most unrealistic thing. My walk through the train station this morning is confident, cocky, self-assured. When I board the train, I even managed to take a seat for the first time in a while. I withdraw a worn book from my handbag and flip open the cover. There's a name scrawled in blue point pen on the first page, but has become faded and illegible over time. I don't quite remember where I picked up this book. Maybe discovered it at a secondhand bookshop. Who knows? I own so many obscure tomes that I can't be expected to recall purchasing every single one. I know, right? Finally found a weakness, the trackpad. She uses the Wiimote to edit. Or if she used one, yeah, imagine using a Wiimote. You're just like, fuck! And then, you know, Control Z. It's aged. Cover and weathered spine both bear the same title. Faust's Photograph, a comprehensive history of photo manipulation. The book is written in English, and it's a slog to work through in my limited knowledge of that language. Yes, Rice Cakes, way, 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 way more unrealistic than that. But I like to skim through it primarily for the photographs contained within. The examples of early image doctrine from centuries ago fascinates me. The book even features techniques and studies as recent as 1993 when it was first published. It's true that a lot of techniques discussed within are no longer relevant in today's digital age. However, there's a hearty section dedicated to the art of manipulating corpse photos, something that I am indeed very, very interested in. The most intriguing aspect of this section's content is that the featured artists perform the opposite kind of work that I do. Instead of manipulating images of the living to make them appear dead, the artists in the book edit images of the dead in order to make them look alive once more. In bygone eras, when photographs of people were taken few and far between, a sect of artists dedicated themselves to honoring the memories of the deceased. They did this by making the photos taken upon death look beautiful and full of life. These photos were gifted to family members and loved ones. The tradition makes sense. Imagine if you lost someone dear to you and you had no photographs of them. Wouldn't it be wonderful to receive one last memento? A beautiful image of the way you remember them. Instead of using makeup to beautify a corpse, these artists apply paintbrush and pen directly to a photograph, seemingly bring the deceased back to life. The impressive aspect of this process is the way they illustrated the corpse's eyes to look full of life. Even though it's a far cry from the work I do, I can't help but feel some sort of kinship with the artists discussed in this book. Surely we are cut from the same cloth. Browsing through the images in this book inspires me to work hard on my own photo editing. Many of the pictures are in black and white, but to me that only drives home how impressive these old techniques were. I finished flipping through a chapter and closed the book. I hold the tattered tome close to my chest and breathe a sigh of satisfaction.
The next station is Shinjuku. The doors on the right side will open. Please change here for the Chuo line, the Shonan Shinjuku line, the Saikyo line.
I quickly stuff the book into my handbag and get ready to disembark the train. When I'm certain nobody is looking, I carefully open the lid of a large dumpster in front of me. The stench of rotten food and who knows what else assaults my senses, and I reflexively gag and splutter. The staff at the convenience store really need to seal their trash in plastic bags before tossing it in here.
Ugh, this is disgusting. I have to stop doing this.
The raised open lid locks into place at a 45-degree angle, allowing my now free hands to retrieve a small black object from my handbag. It's a flip phone, a cheap plastic thing with a shiny charcoal finish. I open it up and tap on the retro tactile keys, confirming that I've completely deleted all sent messages and photos. Nodding to myself, satisfied that I've covered my tracks, I eject the battery from the back of the casing and toss it into the dumpster. I then snap the phone in half along the hinge, separating the screen from the keyboard. The screen crunches into pieces with a gratifying underneath my shoes. I retrieve the smashed parts from the asphalt, careful not to prick my fingers on the sharp glass. With hardly a glance, I unceremoniously launch the broken parts of the phone into the dumpster. I clap my hands together to dust them off, then shut the dumpster lid and hurry away. I sidle between the brick wall and of the convenience store and a narrow metal railing intended to keep people like me away from the dumpsters. Now in front of the convenience store, I finally feel I can breathe deeply without fear of inhaling the toxic contents of the dumpster. I let my lungs take their fill before nonchalantly crossing the street. That takes care of my latest burner phone. Before leaving the office building, I cracked the SIM card in half and disposed of it in the combustible trash. Now with the phone itself destroyed and discarded at a different location, my mind is at ease. It has been slightly less than 24 hours since I messaged my latest victim, that athletic guy that I may have briefly fantasized about during my restless Tumblr. Oh shit, wait, I thought she was into Aoi though. My general rule of thumb is to keep a burner phone for exactly 24 hours after sending a photo. However, I made an exception today. I wanted to discard the phone early, clear my anxiety, and get a full night's rest tonight. Besides, it's not like anyone ever replies to the messages I send. I'd love it if they did. But it is what it is. So really, there's no point in holding on to the evidence of my wrongdoings for longer than necessary. If memory serves, I wrote tomorrow's date on the latest victim's timestamp, May 30th, 10:31 a.m. The victim may decide to kill himself today, of course. He could end up just like Akane Tsurumaki. But if he's anything like her, he'll hold out until just a few hours before the designated time. He'll let panic and fear boil and build inside of him until he can't take it anymore. Or someone else will come along and end it all for him. Can't be sure. I still don't know what happened to Ruri Hatano. Did she kill herself? Or did someone else snuff out her life? Either way, I'll start researching obituaries tomorrow. I'm confident that this will be another successful request. If it is, I'll truly be on a winning streak. With butterflies in my stomach, I cross the road. On my route home, I usually like to trek through the small park close to my apartment, provided the weather is decent. I avoid the park in the mornings as a lot of people walk their dogs, and I can't risk my allergies flaring up before I reach the office. Dude, same, I feel you. In the evening, the park is much emptier. I suppose I finish work a bit earlier than most people. While everyone else is busy, I can enjoy the fresh air and scenery. I make my way along the neat, broad dirt path that connects one side of the park to the other. Wooden benches lie in the path at regular intervals, and at this time of the evening, it's common to see a homeless person or two using a bench as a resting place. This city has more homeless people than the general population would care to admit. I try not to think much of it as I walk by every day. I already know that many people have it worse off than I do. There's not exactly anything I can do to help, right? Should I be giving these people money that I can't afford to spare, when I just end up homeless as well? Not exactly broke, but I live month to month on my salary. It's expensive to live on the outskirts of Akihabara, and commuting to Shinjuku every day isn't exactly cheap either. Then you add in electricity bills, phone, food. I mean, I don't eat unless I have to, but I'd starve if I didn't buy a meal every other day. Can't even get me started on the cost of the coffee I drink. If I'm lucky, I can score a can for 100 yen, but more often than not, I'm paying up to 150 for a single can. Even if I were to buy canned coffee in bulk from one of those huge variety stores like Donkey Coyote, I still only save a handful of loose change. I wouldn't have access to the familiar selection I get at the convenience store. I'm just thankful I don't go out for drinks after work like most of my colleagues. If I had to buy a few rounds of beer every week, my bank account would definitely dry up. By avoiding that kind of group outing, not only do I save money, but I'm also not forced to spend more time around people. It's a win-win situation. Realizing I'm trudging along the path at a snail's pace, I tell myself to speed up my gait. Toward the exit of the park, the silhouettes of two people on a bench come into view. The sound of laughter carries on the wind, and I can't help but feel like I've heard their voices before. Is it gonna be Tomoe and Dude? As I draw closer, a sinking sensation clenches at my stomach. I immediately get the urge to turn around, but I'm so close to home.
Ah, it's Noriko! Fancy seeing her here.
Noriko's here.
Tomoe and Shinya. Tomoe glares and flips her long hair behind her ear with a shit-eating grin on her face. Shinya looks kinda out of place outside of the office. His face is filtered by an especially uncomfortable expression. I start to wonder why these two are here. Then I recall that Tomoe did mention that they were going on a date on Friday night. I suppose it's just my bad luck that I would run into them on the way home. What are they doing here in Akihabara? I have to assume that Tomoe came here on purpose just to
On
spite
your
me.
way home?
Uh-huh. How's your, date?
We're having a blast.
Right, Shin?
Shin?
Yes, of course. A great time.
I wonder if Tomoe has been dragging Shinya along against his will.
Okay, well, I'll leave you to it.
Hey, we're gonna grab some chicken. Why don't you come with us?
Chicken, let's fucking go, dude!
No.
Get some karage. I can't think of a worse way to spend an evening than eating with Tomoe.
Please come with us, Noriko.
Shinya has a dejected look on his face. It's pitiful, but he brought this date on himself. Why should I have to bail him out?
Sorry, I've got things to do tonight.
Are you sure you're not just avoiding eating? Afraid to gain a bit of fat?
Getting a bit of fat? Oh my god. I don't know, I love it. I love the way she talks. Honestly, don't know what to say to
Say,
that.
Shin, you ever seen Noriko eat anything?
Well, now that you mention it, she never seems to eat at the office.
I eat at home, if that's okay with you.
It's not completely a lie. Sometimes I eat at home, sometimes I don't eat at all.
Come on, come get some chicken with us. You can throw it back up or whatever afterwards if it makes you feel better.
Yikes. Eating disorder is not good. Don't do that. Don't bring up the eating disorders. That's not good. It's starting to get on my nerves. I swear, she tries to identify my flaws and insecurities just so she can rub them in my face.
Tomoe, you're not being very nice to Noriko. Aren't you two supposed to be friends?
We're besties.
Besties talk
stick to
shit.
each other, right,
Not that type of
Noriko?
shit. You never want to make fun of somebody for an eating disorder. That's fucking terrible.
Right.
Huh. Fascinating.
Anyway, I'm going now. See you on Monday.
Okay. See you then.
Buzzkill. She's such a drag.
She's such a drag. I let Tomoe's words hang in the air as I walk past her. I'm pretty annoyed that she's dragged Shinya all the way here just to taunt me. Is this her idea of a good date? Does she care about Shinya at all, or is this whole thing just to annoy me? Tomoe dating Shinya doesn't even get under my skin. I don't have feelings for him at all. What does get under my nerves is simply the fact that Tomoe is trying so hard to get on my nerves. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if I could carry on my way home without one final interruption. Tomoe calls out to me
Your
again.
friend Aoi is gonna start work with us on Monday, yeah?
Yeah?
Fun. I can't wait to meet a friend of Noriko's.
Yeah. I grimace. I suppose Shinya told her about that. I turn back to face them both.
Don't even think about messing with Aoi. That girl has dealt with enough crap at her last job.
Oh, has she? Maybe big, strong Noriko can protect her now.
I'd do anything for her. She's my best friend. If you had any friends of your own, you would
Oh
understand what
shit!
that feels like.
Noriko didn't come to play today.
Well, I got plenty of friends. And only some of them are sluts like you.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going.
I finally managed to disengage from the conversation, even with Tomoe's mocking laughter piercing the air. I exit the park, cross the road, and walk down the block leading to my apartment. Tomoe, I have to wonder if that girl exists solely to irritate me. I have to tell myself she's not worthy of my time. I can't let her taunts get to me. Grin and bear it, as they say. That's what stoic, unflinching Noriko would do. Running a hand through my hair, I smile and approach my apartment building.